Good morning, boys and girls. We are back on episode 23 of Satisfactory. Sorry, this one's a little late. Me and my daughter had food poisoning or a stomach flu that knocked us out for 3 days, so I didn't really get much to do. Luckily, I uploaded a bunch of stuff, but needless to say, I hadn't recorded this yet, so now we're to it. So, last episode we talked about the splitters that were down there that I did. And then I said I had to redo these, or I have to implement these ones. So this is where it's at. It's just like the other one. I'm splitting two lines up into 70 pieces, and the other one into, what was it, 60, I think, something like that. Needless to say, the one really cool thing about this one up here is I was able to piece them together, and actually when I lined them up, this was completely by accident, they actually fit exactly together. See, there's no clipping, they're all evenly spaced out, they're all feeding. It actually, these two actually fit exactly how it was. The only problem it ended up having is if you come over here and you need two splits on top of merging them together because they're vertical, is so one side comes out this way, and then you have these belts feeding into this one and eventually down into this. And this is supposed to be 450. Wait, no, 450. Needless to say, it's the right amount. I think it's actually 720 because we are splitting them into 45s, and that's how it evenly breaks up. So this line is 720. So is the other one over there. And also we have to split off. It gets a little funky here because we had to split off a separate group of 35 down that line that's halfway filled because we needed 35 for one thing, and it just never broke out evenly the other way. But other than that, yeah, so I made this. These green things, I believe you can blow these ones up with nobelisks. I don't know about that big one. I know the really big ones you can, like the one way over there, but I'm pretty sure you can with these ones. You just can't cut them down. So we'll see once I get some nobelisks and doing all that. As far as the steel plant goes, it's all up and running. You can see the concrete feeding through. Obviously, it's not the right belts and stuff, so it's not 100% efficient yet, but it'll eventually get there. Saying, yeah, see them feeding down. And then here's all the splitters and stuff for the pipes that are moving through, that are coming from down there where those pipes are. And yeah, and then eventually all of them will culminate over to this area. I need to change what I did here. That kind of looks weird. I need to make something nicer. The only reason I did it was because if you made this one farther down, it was too long to get to it. So I had to make a little crafty way of stepping out and doing it. But then, yeah, so the three items that we are making in this base come down to here: pipes, beams, and encased industrial beams. I'm going to go to my main base real quick and show you what I've changed there as well. And then we'll talk about what else we're going to do, because we need to start moving. And so we're going to talk about the space elevator and everything like that. So let's head on over. Alright, so we're back at the base. So as you can see, I've put some construction buildings here, and I have 3 on this side, and then, well, I have 3 feeding into this. There's more than that, but, and then there's 2 feeding into this one. The reason only 2 are feeding here is because we don't have the 6-1. I believe the 6-1 is built in the Hadron Collider. I forget, but or it might be built out one of these manufacturers. If it's a Hadron Collider, we might have other problems like space, because I think those are super tall, like as tall as the train station. And the reason we moved the train station down was because it was too tall for here. So, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. But as you can see, these ones are going to be making the modular engines, which we need 500 of them for phase 3. Smart plating, just so when we need more smart plating, it'll feed into there too. And then this one is the versatile frameworks, which we need 2,500 of those for this one. And then the adaptive control units, which we need 100. And then this one is the automated wiring, which is also used in these ones. So that's what these 3 are. Well, I didn't touch this. These 3 are pumping out, or they're going to be pumping out 2.5. 2.5 is 7.5 per minute, or 3 of them. And then I need 7.5 per minute for this. So that'll be running at 100% once I get everything else. But my dilemma now is I need to start really boosting up my production lines. I need to get my motor base done, and I need to get a computer base going. So, and I mean not even done, I needed to start working on it. So for this one, we're gonna go look at the website real quick to see what we're needing for our motor base. Our motor base is going to be making motors, it's going to be making stators, and it's going to also be making rotors, stators, and motors. All right, so let's pull up this real quick. I'll have it up in just a second. All right. I'm just on my other computer, or my other monitor right now. I'm pulling up the map so we can look what we need to look for. So we need somewhere. Okay, let's just look at the ore right now. So I need 3150 iron ore, which is a ton. Let's see if we can minimize some of that, but let's check on what we need to do. 900 coal, 800 copper. Those shouldn't be too bad. I have an idea of where I'm going to do it, but let's see. Is there any alternate plans that make sense that'd be better? Not for these. I don't think for motors either. No. Alright, but I know there's one for screws that we've been using. Ingots into screws. Let's see if that changes it and doesn't make it all weird. Let's see. Alright, so it's the same amount of iron needed for that. That's odd. I guess it just cuts out a machine. Let's look at the steel one too. The steel can get one. Let's see. Did that make any weird? So drop down my iron needed. It also dropped down to my coal needed, which is really good. Copper, not worried about it. There's a bunch of copper everywhere, but so that's not too bad. So let's see. 2850. So I'm gonna pull up the map here real quick. Let's get these ads and stuff out of the way. So resource nodes. We don't need limestone, so I'm getting rid of that. Iron I'm keeping. Copper I'm keeping, and coal, no sulfur, and yeah. So what I'm thinking is, so we're up, all these green ones right here, this is where the steel base is. So directly south of that and a little bit east, there's this area. This area right here, the kind of right where these red nodes are, is the not forest, the green field starting area. I think that's what it's called. So we have a node for coal that'll give us at least 780. And so how much did we say we need? We need 600. So perfect. We get our node that we need right there. Here, let me side screen this real quick. So whatever. So we have our coals needed. Copper, we have a couple of here that are maxed at 300, but then we have some copper here too. So copper should be good. The biggest problem is going to be the iron, which is we need 2850. So these orange ones can max out at 600. Red can max out at 3. So let's see. Pull my calculator just to make sure I have all my math right. All right, so just let's say if we had 2850, what? Yeah. What? All right, 2850 divided by, let's say 300, since that seems to be roughly what they are. So you need 9.5. So technically, what is this? 6, 8, 9, 10. So I could have all these impure ones come in and be all my iron I need. So that's good. On top of need these 2 copper plus this one. So all these nodes just in this one little area can feed into a base like right here, and that'll be my motor base. All right, so that's essentially the plan we're gonna make. And the reason we need to do this is we just need these materials to start moving on. I've been focusing on these big projects and everything, and so we just need to really kick in the butts. And the reason we need to do that is if we don't progress, we're not going to get belts that'll make everything 100% efficient. So bringing up what we need for this base, let's bring that up. All right, so look at buildings. We need 250 constructors, 122 smelters, 100 assemblers, and 15 foundries. So let's put that over here, and then do this. So we need this. Oop. All right, so we are back. Have all the materials I need. I'm going to dump them off in here for now. Just for the fact is I want as much concrete and stuff as I can use. So. Oh, no. That's not what I meant. So yeah, it started the loading procedure, so it unloaded all those. Granted, I do need... Alright, is this clear now? Okay, that's good. Oh crap, it's just gonna keep filling up, isn't it? Let me undock this real quick. Should we get down? Right. Stop picking it up. Alright, well, let's go get the concrete and stuff that we need, that we have left over from over here. That one has some of it. That has some of it too, so. Those and those. That should be enough concrete. Oh, now let's check in here real quick. Okay, got a bunch of pipes, bunch of beams. Good. Those will get me what I need for once I start extending this. Alright, so let's do a little building montage. We are going to build over to the area where the motor base is going to be. I'll also show you where potentially my computer base will be too on the way there. So let's zoop on over there and let's go.
Okay, so as you can see here, if you see these little black oil slicks, this is actually where some oil is. I believe they used to be pier nuts. I have to check again what they are. They might be just normal, but if they're pier nuts, even better. But I usually over in that water, that deep water over there, is where I start building my computer setup. And eventually that's where I'm going to get to, but I'm still going to build off towards my motor base, and then I'll be back here in just a second. Okay, so this is where, or it's gonna be kind of where that guy Moth is when I
let's extend it a little bit more. But this is where those 6 impure iron nodes are. And then we're just gonna sail it on right through here. And I think this will be our train station platform up here, just above that rock that's sitting there, probably. Just say that, because the coal is way over there on the platform over there. A couple of iron nodes are up there. And they're probably just going to all feed into this open area right here where we'll build the base. One more of these, and boom. That, or if someone leaves a comment and wants to actually see something else, what I used to do, because this is the starting area. This is Green Hills or whatever it's called. The Greeny Fields, maybe, or whatever. This is where I spent a lot of my time when I first started playing, because it had so many nodes. I was like, oh, there's so much here. Like, it's awesome. So what I would do is I would block out this whole open area and make my base. And it'd be factories. I wasn't really into base building then. And I'd just build a huge factory, and eventually it would end up giving me a little bit of everything. So I can do that for my motor base if we want to. But if not, if I don't get any comments down below for that, then I'm going to build it up over here. Just over in this green field. There's no nodes really around here, so I won't be blocking anything. It'll be centralized, so I can feed all this stuff over here. And it'll just work out pretty good this way. Especially since I think like right at this point where I stopped the foundation, straight ahead is the coal. Almost, yeah. It's right over there, and that little black speck over there. But yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. I will have the train and everything set up, and probably most of the factory done, hopefully next time, and we can start making our computer base. But for now, this is what we are doing for today. Sorry, it's not anything special, but yeah, we'll bring the train in over here and start slapping everything down. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up. If you guys like the content I'm having through my Star Wars series, Final Fantasy, WoW, and in this game, Satisfactory, hit that red subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And like I said, leave a comment if you'd like to see the waterfall base rather than the Greenfields base. All right, guys. Well, have a good day, and thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.